water experience and expertise together will also force us to look for system-wide solutions. Now, you can't work on water as a health concern independently from water as an agricultural concern. And water that is needed for agriculture may also be water that is needed for energy production. So we need to be looking for interventions that work on multiple levels simultaneously and help us focus on systemic responses. Now, of course, while water is a global problem, solutions happen at the local level. So the second goal of the U.S. Water Partnership is to make all this American knowledge and expertise accessible. The U.S. Water Web Portal will provide a single entry point to our data, best practices, and training to help empower people taking on these problems in their own communities. And it will help build international support for American approaches, technologies, companies, government agencies, our whole universe of experts standing ready to assist. Finally, because this is a public-private venture, the U.S. Water Partnership will not depend on any one government agency or any one private organization to keep it going. State Department is proud to be a founding partner, but we also hope that the partnership will spawn many new projects that may or may not involve us. The Water Partnership has built-in flexibility to address the world's changing water needs and to continue our work to find sustainable solutions. In brief, we believe this will help map out our route to a more water-secure world. A world where no one dies from water-related diseases, where water does not impede social or economic development, and where no war is ever fought over water. I have said before that no resource defines this planet more than water. I mean, look at those great pictures from the Hubble telescope, or even just look at a globe, and you see all that blue. And we know how absolutely essential it is to life. We're still wondering whether, did Mars ever have water? What do those craters on other planets actually mean? And it is, though, not only life-sustaining, it is, and we have argued this from the beginning of our involvement and commitment, an essential ingredient of global peace, stability, and security. You know, we have been working at the diplomatic level with a number of countries to bring into higher relief some of the water challenges they are or will be facing. Back in 2009, we began something called the Lower Mekong Initiative, where we brought together countries that are in the Lower Mekong region and began to meet with them and talk with them and provide expertise to them and create a linkage with the Mississippi River basin in order to raise understanding and visibility about these issues. And it's been fascinating to watch over the 3 years that we've met. We'll have a fourth meeting at the ASEAN Regional Forum in Cambodia in July, how the level of interest has grown and the willingness to tackle some of the hard problems, and also the political will to raise some tough questions with others, other nations through which the Mekong travels. This is not something that will immediately, directly affect the United States. We are a long way away, after all. But it will affect the climate. It will affect the quality of life. It will affect the tensions among and between nations, which could very well then have follow-on effects that we would have to respond to. So there's a lot that is connected that may not appear so at first glance, but which a little tiny bit of digging and reflection illustrates how important this issue is for each and every one of us. So we think it actually is our duty and responsibility to make sure that this water issue stays at the very top of Americans' foreign policy and national security agenda. We've proven we can make progress, but we know we have a lot more work to do. So I hope on this World Water Day we rededicate ourselves to that hard work and to being innovative and creative, using the new tools that we're announcing today to bring people together in our own country, across our own government and all the constituencies that care about water, working closely with leaders like the congressmen in the Congress to continue to be on the cutting edge of helping to solve the problems that are posed to so many millions of people everywhere in the world, including here at home. It's exciting that it's not only about water, it is about security, peace, and prosperity as well. Thank you all very much.
Thank you, Madam Secretary. I'd like to welcome Undersecretary O'Carroll and Assistant Secretary Jones back up on stage. And Congressman, you should join us too. I'd like to invite the stage representatives from U.S. Water Partnership partner organizations and representatives to join Secretary Clinton. However, before I call these partners on stage, I think it's important to note that we have 28 organizations that have pledged to support the U.S. Water Partnership. The 18 partners featured on the stage, including the State Department, represent a sampling of the types of organizations that are working to improve access to clean water and sanitation around the globe. And there's still room for more partners. So I'd love to call the names up of our partners, and if you could just come back and forth, it'd be great. From the International Boundary Water Commission, Edward Drusina, U.S. Commissioner. From NASA, Lori Garver, the Deputy Administrator. USAID, Christian Holmes, the Global Water Coordinator. U.S. Army Corps of Engineers, Joellen Darcy, Assistant Secretary of the Army for Civil Works. U.S. Department of the Interior, Ann Castle, the Assistant Secretary for Water and Science. The Coca-Cola Company, B. Perez, Chief Sustainability Officer. Ford Motor Company, Simonetta B. Verde, Manager for Global Strategy and Trade. Procter & Gamble, Greg Allgood, Director of Children's Safe Drinking Water. Rockefeller Foundation, Zia Khan, the Vice President for Strategy, Research and Evaluation. Skoll Global Threats Fund, Sylvia Lee, the Water Sector Lead. The Nature Conservancy, Glenn Prickett, Chief External Affairs Officer. Africare, Darius Manns, the President. Clean Water America Alliance, Ben Grumbles, the President. Global Environment and Technology Foundation, Monica Ellis, President and Chief Executive Officer. Global Water Challenge, Hattie Babbitt, the co-chairman. Water Institute of the University of North Carolina, Jamie Bartram, Director. And last but not least, the World Resources Institute, Nish Bapna, Interim President.
Thank you, Madam Secretary, and I'd like to thank all of the partners in this new partnership, and as Chris said, there's room for more. So please contact us. We think it's going to be a very exciting effort. And right now, we'd just like to take a brief 5-minute break while we set up for a panel with USAID to really talk about the development assistance world and water and all of the different ways it is endangered. So we'll call you back in about 5 minutes. Thank you.
finished.